Hi, welcome to this week edition of Lessons from Winners and Losers. My name is Emmanuel Ekpenyo. Really exciting to back with you again on this very interesting episode. First, it's always good to remind you of a disclaimer. It takes some time to go through it. It's very important. Okay, let's go to more exciting stuff now. The purpose of is to review the stock market in the last week, focusing on stocks that won big and those that did not do so well. We start with a company, Dexcom, with ticker symbol DXCM. DXCM. This company made a gain of 11% in 5 trading days. A gain of 11% in 5 trading days. I have something marked for you on the chart. As you can see, an area of previous support around 124 area. And as the stock zoomed past this, it continued to power higher to close the week at 135. And for the first time on this series, we are starting with a weekly chart of the company. So this is a weekly chart. Why the weekly chart? Is easier to see trend in a weekly chart. You can see the support area is to a T around 124.54 area, and the resistance was around 137. And the thing of a beauty to see. Let's see how this looks on the daily chart. Same thing now. You can see again that support and resistance. So this is the range that this stock is in the moment. Will it go past this range? We will see in the coming weeks. But it's really interesting to see. Okay. The next ticker that won really big last week was Coinbase Global with ticker symbol COIN, a whopping 24.7% last week. And again, we're starting with a weekly chart, as you can see on your screen. Very easy to see. The previous support was at 206.94 area. And when it blasts through this, it closed the week at 256.62. So on a weekly chart, this stock is respecting areas of consolidation, and that is really nice to see. Let's see how it looks on a daily chart. Again, very simple, around 206. And it gave anyone that was interested in this chance to get it on this, and then it moved forward and a little bit of a pullback here, and then it continued forward on the last day to close the week at 256, just around the previous resistance area of 259. If this above 259 area, I can see it making another 5 to 10% gain in the coming weeks. Very interesting to see if you ask me. Okay, stock that performed really poorly last week was Albal Corporation with ticker symbol ALB. First, again, we're looking at the weekly chart. You can see support area around 143, and then the previous support area around 122. And what do you see? The last week, the stock went below this support area, but recover a bit. Let's see how it looks on the daily chart. It's interesting to me that what happened at 143 area, when the price could not go below that resistance area, it slapped back. And for me, that was a warning signal and chance at 130. As we always say, we don't do this just to review for fun. We want to learn. What can we learn? For me, a few things I put down here, 3 things for you following what happened in the stock market last week. First, it's always a good thing to start with a helicopter view of your stock. What do I mean by that? It means look at the higher time frames for your stock, because the trend becomes clearer when you look at the higher time frames for your stocks. Let's see what happened particularly in Coinbase at the weekly chart. You could see without needing so much effort, areas of resistance and support. Week before last week closed just on 206.94, which is to the T on the previous resistance area. What a way for the stock to close. And as the week opened, the stock gapped up on the weekly chart to power forward. So this would have given anyone an opportunity to get in on this stock. But again, look at where it closed. It ended the week. Just like the previous week, it ended it in another of resistance, which is 259 area. And like I said earlier, this will be another interesting point to make an entry. So Helicopter view is very important. What else can we learn from last week? Pull back on low volume. Guys, pull back. Stock will not always high and high and high. Sometimes there will be a pullback. Look at ticker symbol DXCM. As you can see on the daily chart, you can see that this stock was pulling back where my cursor is, but on very light volumes. This pullback was very orderly. Such a pullback tells us that institutions not dumping the stock. So pullback on low volume is very interesting. And again, the last thing that we can learn last week is what I call staircase movement. You don't have to worry when you don't get in on a good stock the first time. They will always give you opportunity to enter. If you know what to look out for, it's way up. There will be a place in the stack. The stock will rest for a bit before it continues its move upward. So if you can find where the stock is moving sideways for a bit, that is the time to get in. Let's see one example to illustrate what we are talking about. And again, Coinbase Global with ticker symbol is very interesting. You could see area around here where my cursor is. There's a bit of a pullback, and then it moves forward, and then there's a good resting area around 206, which coincides at the resistance area. So this was a good place to enter. So you will have opportunity to enter a stock that is on an uptrend because of this up and sideways movement. So I hope that you can reflect on this as you prepare to, go into the trading week starting on Monday. And I wish you lots of luck. And if you do have any question, please share it on the comment section. I'll be very happy to respond. Thank you and have a good week. Bye.